we took a look at the roster for the Navy team, here is the Gray squad. Already into our second inning. Saw Perry Hargett bat, Samuel Richardson due up this inning. Noah Sheffield also batted back in the first. These rosters comprise both position players and pitchers, so we'll see them all over the course of a couple of games. This is Dalton Wentz batting in the second inning against Ashford.
This is more the same here from Ashford. Just played that sinker slider job on the flat axis like we talked about. Have a lot of success with it.
Pitch rode up and out to Dalton Wentz. Young man from Virginia committed to South Carolina. That's another one of the schools that's done extremely well with commits over the course of this showcase with the volume of players.
A lot of South Carolina guys here. That obviously had a great year this year, expecting more next year even, and South Carolina on its way back.
Here's a 2-1 pitch. That's up and out.
Wentz is a physical guy, has two-way tools. Things to like about him in a lot of different ways. The power stands out, of course.
A little bit of an open stance for Wentz. That's the pitch that's been riding a little bit up and out from Ashford away from the right-handed hitter. So we'll go ahead and put a runner aboard at first on what would have been ball 4.
Looks like he's just kind of fighting that finish right now. A little bit extra recoil.
I think it makes
effort.
sense.
Yeah. He's not quite finishing over the front side, missing arm side.
Let's ground ball to short. We've seen this a couple of times today. Put a runner on, then get a double play and get 2 outs for 1 batter.
That'll play.
Started by Theo Gillen. On to Trey Snyder. Over to Trey Craig. Ashford tried to get off the mound after facing just a couple of batters last inning. We said, no, come on, face one more. Well, he's gotten 2 outs on 1 batter here. This is Samuel Richardson.
He's actually finding that to be more efficient, and
I
that's
think
fine.
it is.
I like guys who think outside of the box.
Richardson waves and misses. Got put on a fun BP the other day, did Richardson, the uncommitted player, part of the East Cobb Astros, Mississippi native.
Big power in the right-handed swing. Some of the better power I think we've seen just in terms of like ability to hit the baseball hard and far. And a great athlete for as big as he is and as much power as he has.
I talked about him being a Mississippi native, Brian, and one guy who is going to spend some time with him just talking about baseball is Bill Hall. Grew up in Mississippi, former Milwaukee Brewer.
Bill Hall had some great years.
Well, sure did.
Hit for power. One of those kind of early second basemen who could run a bunch of balls out. Yeah, I'm remembering now.
High school team won the Mississippi 6A state championship in baseball for Samuel Richardson. Lewisburg High School. And the 1-2 pitch, tomahawked back up and out of play. Been a third baseman throughout really his entire career. So really enjoys watching Manny Machado, Nolan Arenado. A couple of pretty good guys to follow if you're a third baseman.
Some of the best third base defenders we've ever had. Right. Guys who revolutionized defense at the position.
Yeah, just joys to watch defensively.
Definitely.
Not so sure he doesn't have a little Bill Hall in that swing, too, with that open stance. The more I see him going back and watching Bill, there's a chopper. How far will Richardson be able to race up that line fast enough to beat it? That was not an easy bare hand play by Hollister.
Kind of did all he could there, but Richardson flies too, so that was always, I think, going to be a base hit.
Number 19, Eric Parker.
Hollister, though, came in, got it with a bare hand, made a good effort, but really no chance at first, as you mentioned. Brings up Eric Parker from North Gwinnett. Fast runner and another South Carolina Gamecock commit.
Another guy who the BP, the physicality stand out. He's just a good all-around player, obviously, but just the length and the stretch that he creates when he's not even super physical yet, and the power that it's just easy to project huge power here.
Yeah, I was curious with that. Obviously, you look at him, and he's a tall and thin young man. There's a lot more to come from the physicality and the strength. How much do you kind of look into your crystal ball and consider how big he could be in 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, 100%. It's a huge part of the evaluation. Like, none of these guys are finished products. If they were finished products, they wouldn't be here because they probably wouldn't be good enough to be here. But with the projection when it comes to power, it's like, what do you really, like, how much do you really think he's going to weigh? Or how big do you think he's really going to be when he's at his peak or his prime? And this is the same for any player. And then, like, okay, what does that equation look like, and how much power is that going to then add, and how much power does he have right now, and is it more strength driven or is it more bat speed driven? Because one of those is way more projectable than the other. And a lot goes into it, but a guy like that with broad shoulders and long arms, put some more weight on and already hitting the ball hard, like, dude could be second deck here type of home run power.
That's going to be strike 3 on Parker. So in essence, that's 3 outs, but we're going to throw up another batter. Dylan Feen.
Number 25, Dylan Feen.
Feen out of Temecula, California. Ground ball into the hole. Nice backhand. Strong and accurate throw. Is going to be in plenty of time to end the inning. Nice job by Theo Gillen.
Couple good defensive plays from Gillen last couple innings. Scooping easily, showing balance, getting it over there on time. All boxes checked.
Just an infield hit, that's it. We played an inning and a half here in game number 3 from the Perfect Game National Showcase. Pretty good outing as well by Asher.
Yeah, and you can see what we're talking about with the kind of the horizontal lateral game that he plays. The fastball isn't a cutter, but it looks like it's a cutter because of the angle from which he throws at. Like that camera angle makes it look like a cutter, and then the slider goes in even harder than that. And two-seam life on the fastball, that was fun. He pitched well. Didn't give up a lot of hard contact, if at all. Got himself out of the tricky situations he was in by just having one base runner on. But, yeah, it was a good performance.